Excellence at NHC, course Routing and Switching 1, course code NHOP09. Today we will see hands-on session using Packet Tracer on basic router configuration. So we'll be using this particular topology for basic router configuration. Um, there are two PCs which are connected to switch 0 in this topology, and this switch 0 is connected to a router G0/0 interface, and then we have PC2 which is connected to switch 1, and then it is connected to G0/1 interface of router. So we already know that the difference between switch and router is switch is used within a network. For a particular LAN we use a switch. Within a network we use a switch, and once we have to send our message or our packet from one network to another network, we use another device which is called as router. So whenever you have to ping between two different networks, we use a router, and within one network we can use a switch, right? So when we are saying that we need two different networks to connect to a router, here we have taken 192.168.2.0 network, and on right hand side we have 172.16.1.0 network. So are all the devices in 192.168.2.0 network will be having 192.168.2 in common, and then .10, .20, .30, these all addresses we can use in this network. And here 172.16.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, depending upon the CIDR value, we can choose what all addresses are usable addresses, and that can be used in these networks. So router has two different interfaces. One is Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 network interface, and another one is Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface. So both the interfaces should be assigned IP address so that we can send our information or our packets from one network to another. So in basic router configuration, basically we see how to rename our router, how to assign the passwords to a router, and how to assign the IP addresses to different interfaces of the router. We have already done the basic switch configuration, and in that we have learned what are the different modes, how we can navigate through different modes, and we have also learned how to assign the name of the switch, how to change, how to assign the passwords to the switch, how to assign the banner which will display a message. All those commands are similar at router also. Just you have to go to the router and write at the CLI command, CLI mode of a router. That is the only difference. All the commands are same, whichever we have used at switch for configuring the password, same commands we have to use at the router also. So today we will see what is the different commands which we have to learn for basic router configuration, that is assigning the IP address. We have already assigned the IP address to a switch using int VLAN1 command, interface command. And here at router we have two different interfaces, G0/0 which is connected to 192.168.2.0 network, and another G0/1 interface which is connected to 172.16.1.0 network. So we have to assign IP address to both the interfaces. This interface is connected to 192.168.2.0 network, so its IP address assigned should be belonging to this network, and this interface is connected to 172.16.1.0 network, so this IP address of this particular interface should be within this network, right? One thing, this point it should be very clear to you that this router is connecting two different networks. The IP address which you are assigning to this interface which is connected to 192.168 network should belong to this network, and the IP address which you assign to G0/1 interface which is connected to 172.16.1. network, so this IP address, the G0/1 interface IP address should be belonging to this 172.16.1. Here you cannot give 192.168.2.1 or any other IP address. You have to give it within the range of this network, right? So another thing which we should note here, this is nothing but the default gateway. Whenever you are assigning the IP addresses, the second step is you have to give default gateway on this PC. We will see all these steps in Packet Tracer how to do. I'm just giving you a brief introduction on that. So if you go to PC0, earlier we have seen that we will assign the IP address and the subnet mask. In this case, we have to give the default gateway also when we are choosing a router. Default gateway for this PC will be, for this PC, it will be 192.168.2.1, this interface IP address, because any packet which is coming from this PC, it will be leaving through this particular interface to another network. To move to another network, it has to pass through this interface. So this is nothing but your default gateway IP address. Similarly, any packet which has to be passed from PC2 to PC0 or PC1, from this network to this network, it has to go through this interface. This interface IP address is 172.16.1.1. So in PC2, you will give the default gateway as 172.16.1.1. This has to be very clear to you. If you don't give the default gateway, then pinging will not happen. You will not be able to send your packets from one network to another. So 2 points you have to remember when you have to verify the connectivity and when a router is used. Whenever two different networks are there and you are using a router, then you have to assign the IP addresses and also you have to assign the default gateways to the PCs. We will see how we can configure all this. The objective of this lab, as I already told you, we are configuring router 0 with given IPv4 addresses, and then we are going to verify end-to-end connectivity. For that, you need to assign the IP address as well as the default gateway to the PC. Now for assigning IPv4 addresses for the router, as I already told you, our router has 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, gigabit Ethernet 0/0 and gigabit Ethernet 0/1. We must assign IP addresses to both the interfaces, and you have to be very careful what IP address can be assigned to the router. So first interface will go interface G0/0. So because this is connected to 192.168.2.0 network, so our second command will be IP address 192.168.2.1, 255.255.255.0 is subnet mask, and then no shutdown. The procedure is similar as we did it in switch. Switch has fast Ethernet. Here we have gigabit Ethernet. So we will choose interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0, and then we will give the IP address 192.168.2.1 and then the subnet mask and no shutdown to activate that. Similarly, we have another interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, which is connected to 172.16.1.1 network. So we'll give IP address 172.16.1.1, 255.255.255.0 as subnet mask because it is /24, and then no shutdown to activate the interface. So after this, we have to verify the end-to-end connectivity. We'll be checking these end-to-end connectivity using three different methods. One is pinging method and real-time and simulation mode in Packet Tracer. Now we'll move to Packet Tracer and we will see how this topology can be created and how we can configure the IP addresses to a router. So we will open our Packet Tracer now. So Packet Tracer is Cisco Packet Tracer. You can open the Packet Tracer, and then we have to first design this topology here. In this topology, as you know, we have three different PCs are taken, and then two switches, and then one router, and these are connected through different links, fast Ethernet and gigabit Ethernet links. So for configuring that, let's move to Packet Tracer now, and same topology we will create here. So first take three different pieces, PC0, PC1 and PC2. Three different pieces we have taken, and then we need two switches. So these are the network devices in that switch, 2960 series, 2 switches we have taken here, and then we have to take a router. So this is our router. We will take 1941 router here, and then we have to do the connections. These are different connections in between two different devices, copper straight through cable, fast Ethernet cable here, any port which is free you can connect. And then we have again PC1 fast Ethernet 0, and here you can connect it to any free port. Similarly, copper straight through cable between PC2 and switch 1 also. So again we will be choosing fast Ethernet here. And then again these switch and router are different interfaces, so we will choose copper straight through cable fast Ethernet 0/2. You have two interfaces, you can check here, see, gigabit Ethernet 0/0 or 0/1. Anyone you can choose, any side. The only thing is you have to be very careful while assigning the IP addresses. So gigabit Ethernet 0/0 I am taking on the left hand side. And again copper straight through cable, this side will be choosing any fast Ethernet, and the other side gigabit Ethernet, whichever port is free, gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Now this is my G0/0 and this is my G0/1. Just you have to place the cursor and you will be able to see whether it is G0/1 or 0/0. So there are two interfaces of the router where we have to assign the IP address. There are IP addresses need to be assigned to these PCs, these switches and routers. We'll see the configuration where we assign the IP addresses to all these devices. Before assigning the IP addresses, these all ports here you can see these are in red. Once you assign the IP addresses, once these are connected, then it will turn to red. Okay, so let us first assign the IP addresses to the router interfaces. So we have 192.168. Here you can just take this note, and this network is 192.168.2.0 network slash 24, and this network is 172.116.1.0 network slash 24. Okay, so the particular addresses are given here. You may be given the network address and then you have to assign the IP addresses in that particular range. Okay, so we will go to the router then. Now we will go to the router, CLI mode, and then here it is asking, would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? You have to say here no, because any initial configuration we have not taken. We are first time configuring this, and if you say yes here, it will keep asking you the password for setting up the initial configuration. Okay, so you have to say no here and go to global configuration mode. So we are in user executable mode. We have to type enable here, and then we have to type configuration terminal to move to global configuration mode. Once you are in global configuration mode, and if you want to assign the host name to this particular router, what you can do is host you want to rename this router, you can use the command host name R0. So we have changed the name of this router. Now in this we are not going to set any password for this, but we will see how to assign the IP addresses to these two interfaces. Two interfaces are there for the router. One is G0/0 which is connected to 2.0 network, another is G0/1 which is connected to 172 network. So for that the commands I have already shown you. So what we will type is interface. First we will go to G0/0 network. You can either type gigabit Ethernet 0/0 or you can just write G0/0. So once we are choosing this interface G0/0, then you have to type IP address, then 192.168.2. I think 2.0 is my network, so I can assign the address as 2.1. Generally the first address we assign to the router interfaces. Just to remember, you can assign any other address in that network also, any usable address in that network, but just to remember that router interfaces are given this particular address. We can choose the first address for the router interfaces because this should be chosen as the default gateway also. So just to remember, to make it troubleshooting easy, if we do any error, if you do any mistake, in that case, if you want to easily find out whether default gateway is given or not, you can choose the first IP address in that particular network. So 2.1, 255, 255, 255.0 is the subnet mask, and then you have to type no shutdown to activate that. Once it is enough, G0/0 is state is up now. Now again exit and go to the global configuration mode and choose G0/1, which is the other interface connected to 172 network. So we will type IP address 172.16.1.1, then 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown. So here also line protocol or interface gigabit ethernet 0/1 change state to up. Now both my interfaces are in active state. I have assigned the IP addresses to both the interfaces. Once you assign the IP addresses to both the interfaces, now what you have to do is you have to go to the PC, select the PC, go to desktop, IP configuration, and this is belonging to 192.168.2.10 we can say, and we have 255.255.255.0 is a subnet mask. You should not forget to give default gateway. As I already explained, default gateway for this PC, this PC will pass any packet. It will go to this switch and it will pass through this router. This router it has to go through this particular interface to move to another network. So this interface, whatever IP address you have given to G0/0 interface, will be the default gateway for PC0. For PC1 also it has to pass through this interface. So this will be the default gateway. For PC2 the default gateway will be IP address assigned to G0/1, because it will, to move to another network, it has to pass through this particular interface. This is the default gateway, right? So we were assigning the IP address to this. Default gateway will be 192.168.2.1. 2.1 is the IP address we have given to G0/0. 2.1. Now similarly we have to go to PC1, and here also go to the desktop and then IP configuration. We will assign 192.168.2.20 and then 255.255.255.0, and my default gateway here also will be 192.168.2.1. Now similar procedure we have to do on the other network also. Go to desktop, go to IP configuration, and then here 172.16.1. You can say 10, and we have /24, so 255.255.255.0, and then my default gateway for this is 172.16.1.1. So that is what I will assign here. So I have assigned the IP addresses to the PCs. I have assigned the IP address to both the interfaces of the router. I can also, okay, let us give the IP address to the switch also, because it is given in this topology. So enable configuration terminal, and then interface VLAN 1, and then IP address 192.168.2.250. okay, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown. Okay, similarly we can go to another switch, which is switch 1, and we can assign the IP address there also. Go to the CLI mode, type enable, and then configuration terminal, and then interface VLAN 1, IP address 172.16.1.150 or 250, whatever you want you can give within that range. 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown. Now once we have assigned all the IP addresses, we have to check the connectivity. We have to check the connectivity, whether we are able to ping from one PC to another. For that, there are three different methods for the connectivity. The first method is using the real time or using the simulation mode. We can use the simulation mode, we can use the real time mode also. First, we will see the real time mode. In real time mode, you have to take this message or the PDU, packet data unit. You have to click on this message from the source till destination. Choose a destination and then click on this right side button. Right side you will see one arrow. Click on that. It is showing you successful. PC0 to PC1 we are able to send our message. This is in one network, same network. PC0 to PC1 is successful. Here router is not required when you are sending it to same network. Okay, now we will see different network. From PC0 try to ping to PC2. It is saying failed because first packet can fail because of the delay. You have to again send from PC0 to PC2. It should be successful. Now you can see here the status is successful. We are able to send our packet from PC0 to PC2. That means the connectivity was proper. We are able to ping from any PC to any other PC. All the networks are connected. You can again try with PC1 and PC2. First packet may fail, but you have to try it once again. It will be successful. So PC1 to PC2, again it is successful. Okay, so we are able to connect from one network to another using routers. We have assigned all the IP addresses to all the devices according to the networks. We have given the default gateway and now we are able to ping. This is a real-time method. Similarly, we have another method, ping method. For that, what you have to do is you have to go to PC0. You have to go to command prompt and then type the command here, ping, and then IP address of the device to which you want to ping. The IP address of this device PC2 is 172.16.1.10. So what we can do is we can write ping 172.16.1.10. Okay, so we are trying to ping from PC0 to PC2. PC2 IP address is 172.16.1.10. So you will see here reply from 172.16.1.10. So you are getting the reply. All 4 packets are received. So that means our pinging is happening. Our device is perfectly working. Our device is able to send the packet from one network to another. The connectivity, the network connectivity is proper if you are able to ping from one network to another. This is how you have to this is the second method to verify. One more method we have, that is simulation. In simulation method, you can check one by one whether our packets are able to move or not. So in real time mode you have seen that from the source to destination whether we are able to send our packets or not, it will be showing that. In real time, in simulation method, it will show you step by step. So you have to send your packet at the source and you have to choose the destination and then you have to click on capture mode. If you play this, it will show you where it is moving. Now it has moved to the switch. Now again click, it has moved to the router. Now again if you click, it has moved to the switch. Now again if you click, it has moved to the PC. The PC has received it. So similarly, back also acknowledgement will move from PC back to the source PC. From destination PC, your acknowledgement will move back to the source PC. So if there is any error, in that case it will show you a red cross sign on the packet if it is not successful. So in this case it is successful, so it is showing all successful entry from PC1 to PC2, PC0 to PC2. So some control packets will keep on moving. These are all control packets. So we have seen that our packets moved from source to the destination. All pinging is happening. So if you want to again check from PC2 to PC0, that is also successful. PC2 to PC0, if this is the source, this is the destination, that is also working. So this is about basic router configuration, where we can rename the router name, we can set certain passwords, same like the switch as we have done it in the switch. Here in this lab we have seen how to assign the IP addresses to different interfaces of the router, and how different pinging methods can be used. Thank you.